Okay. This might not be the best start to the guide if our first advice is you don't need to use public transport. Majority of the accommodation in Lincoln are within walking distances of the university. The only time that transport is worth taking is when you're travelling out of the city to other parts of Lincoln or back to your home town. But if you're one of those individual cases where you need transport to travel around Lincoln, there are two forms of travel I would recommend. The first one is bicycle. In Lincoln, at least in the city centre and the routes to the university, I would not recommend driving by car. All car routes are very much driving around the town area on the outskirts of the university campus. When and if you do want to park, you have to pay a parking ticket which will cost you up to £5 if you want to stay for 3 hours. It is not worth to drive a car to Lincoln. I would highly recommend riding a bicycle. The university campuses have bicycle lockers and I've highly encouraged students to use their bicycles to the university. Bicycles can also allow you to ride into the city centre and are much more flexible because their routes are more suited than cars. You also don't have to waste money on insurance and fuel, which is a huge plus for student budget. The second one is buses. Buses in Lincoln are a valid option if you want to travel to other parts of Lincoln, such as South Ickenham, which has a water sports and leisure centre called Activities Away. It is excellent for those who want to learn how to use a jet ski. In Lincoln, buses are run by a company called Stagecoach, which have a presence on nearly every major route. You can get a single ticket, which depending on the route can cost you around £2. But if you want to go to a day rider, this can cost you around £4, will allow you to travel on as many routes as possible. You can expand this to a weekly ticket if you desire to the cost of £11.50. You can extend that to the entire of East Midlands for £33. But if you want a bus ride to university, a bicycle is a much better option. Thirdly, don't go for taxis. Seriously, just don't, unless you're very drunk and can't walk home by yourself on a night out. Taxis are extremely expensive and during rush hour it's now impossible to get a taxi within a reasonable time. You'll be waiting an hour and for travel can cost from £6 to £14. Taxis have been expensive, more so than the average, and I would not recommend it unless you have to. There aren't any other special offers for students, so don't think you can flash your student card for a measly 10%. It doesn't work like that. Check back on StudentLink for more.